All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. All arrangements in place for 6th phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Campaigning gains momentum for the 7th and final phase. Senior leaders of various political parties to address multiple rallies in different states. Supreme Court refuses to regularize nearly 4 lakh contractual teachers in Bihar. Archaeological Survey of India team visits Odisha to assess damage caused by Cyclone Fani to Jagannath temple and Sun temple. And in IPL Cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets in second qualifier to face Mumbai Indians in the final tomorrow. All arrangements are in place for tomorrow's polling under the 6th phase of Lok Sabha elections. 59 constituencies spread over 7 states will go to the polls in this phase. Voting will take place for 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh, all 10 in Haryana, 8 each in West Bengal, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, all 7 seats in Delhi and 4 in Jharkhand. Prominent candidates include Union Ministers Radha Mohan Singh, Harshvardhan, Maneka Gandhi, Narendra Singh Tomar, Krishan Pal Gurjar and Rao Indrajit Singh. Delhi BJP President Manoj Tiwari and party leaders Gautam Gambhir and Pragya Singh Thakur. Congress leaders Sheila Dikshit, Jyotir Aditya Scindia, Digvijay Singh and Bhupinder Singh Hooda, boxer Vijendra Singh and Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav are also among those whose fate will be decided in this phase. In Uttar Pradesh, polling parties along with EVMs and other election-related material are being sent amidst tight security. Interstate and inter-district borders have been sealed to ensure peaceful polling. More from our correspondent.
More than 2 crore 53 lakh voters will decide the political fate of 177 candidates, including 14 women in the fray. There are 3,63,222 new voters. 29,076 booths have been erected on 16,998 polling centers. The prominent candidates whose fate will be decided are Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav, BJP leader and Union Minister Maneka Gandhi, BJP leader and Minister in State Government Rita Bahuguna Joshi and Mukut Bihari Burma, BJP's Jagannath Pal and Congress leader Dr. Sanjay Singh. MS Yadav reporting for AIR News from Gazipur.
Our West Bengal correspondent takes a look at the security arrangements in the state.
Besides state police, around 770 companies of central forces have been deployed to ensure free and fair voting. More than 122 companies of central forces have been put on duties at Jangal Mahal. Special police pickets have been set up at erstwhile Maoist-infested areas at Purulia and Bankura districts. Vigil along interstate borders with Odisha and Jharkhand have been tightened. The Election Commission has taken steps to provide central forces in all polling booths this time to prevent violence during voting. The commission appointed special police observer Vivek Dubey visited the Bankura yesterday to take stock of the situation. Arijit Chakraborty, AIR News, Kolkata.
In Delhi, a total of 164 candidates, including 16 women and 43 independents, are in the fray in this election. We have a report.
A total of 164 candidates, including 16 women and 43 independents, are in fray in this election. 13,819 polling stations have been set up in the national capital. Out of them, 523 polling stations have been identified as critical, where all necessary arrangements have been made. Delhi Metro train services on all lines will start from 4 am so that the staff deployed in the election duty can avail the facility. A total of 1 crore 43 lakh people are eligible to vote in the national capital, out of which 78 lakh 73,000 are male and 64 lakh 42,000 are female voters. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Campaigning for the 7th and final phase has gained momentum. 59 constituencies across 7 states and 1 union territory will go to the polls in this phase on the 19th of this month. Star campaigners of various political parties are holding multiple rallies at different places to win over the voters. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold rallies at Robertsganj and Gazipur in Uttar Pradesh today. BJP President Amit Shah will address a public meeting at Pakur in Jharkhand. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will campaign at Shahjapur, Dhar and Khargon in Madhya Pradesh. The Election Commission has issued a notice to Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu in connection with alleged violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The notice has been issued to the Punjab minister for his remarks against Prime Minister Narendra Modi at a public meeting in Madhya Pradesh. The commission has asked Mr. Sidhu to file his reply by today.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the General Elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
The Supreme Court has refused to regularize the services of nearly 4 lakh contractual teachers of Bihar and has set aside the Patna High Court ruling that they were eligible to get equal pay for equal work. The Apex Court allowed the plea of the Bihar government challenging the High Court order of October 2017 and declined to treat contractual teachers at par with regular teachers. More from our correspondent.
The Apex Court said Bihar government is justified in having 2 different streams or cadres for teachers and there has been no violation of rights of contractual teachers, nor has there been any discrimination against them. The court, however, observed that the teachers must be entitled to decent emoluments. During hearing, the Bihar government had cited non-feasibility due to the huge financial burden. The Supreme Court accepted these arguments, citing that merely 66,000 teachers remained in the old cadre could reach 5 lakh in the days to come. The court verdict was reserved on October 3, 2010 after marathon arguments starting 31st July 2018. With KK Lal, Aarti Rana, AIR News.
The Supreme Court has ordered that illegal foreigners in Assam who have completed more than 3 years in detention may be released after they provide biometric details in a secured database. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi also directed them to furnish a bond of 1 lakh rupees with 2 sureties and give details of the address of stay after release. The Apex Court also agreed that the Assam government be given some more time to indicate the progress made on the diplomatic level, among others, with regard to the deportation of declared foreigners and the setting up of additional foreigners' tribunals. Foreign exchange reserves have increased by 171.9 million to $418.6 billion in the week ended 3rd of this month. The Reserve Bank data said foreign currency assets rose by 448.3 million to $390.8 billion. The data showed that gold reserves declined by 281.6 million to $23 billion. The country's reserve position with the fund also increased by 3.6 million to $3.3 billion. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. A high-level team of the Archaeological Survey of India is on a visit to Odisha to assess the nature and quantum of damage caused by Cyclone Fani to the Jagannath temple at Puri and the Sun temple at Konark. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The team observed that by and large there is no structural damage to the Konark Sun Temple and it will be open to the visitors in the next 2 to 3 days. The ASIDB said that all necessary repair works of Puri Sri Jagannath Temple caused by the cyclone will be undertaken on a war footing and it will be completed before the upcoming Rath Yatra. A central team is likely to visit Odisha tomorrow to assess the extent of damage to the agriculture and horticultural crops in the areas badly affected by the Cyclone Fani. SN Patnaik, AIR News, Sambalpur.
The Jammu-Srinagar National Highway was reopened for traffic last night after 2 days of closure due to landslides in Rambagh district. The only all-weather surface link between Kashmir and the rest of India was reopened to traffic after clearance of debris at Digdol. As a result of the blockade, over 2,500 heavy motor vehicles and 500 light motor vehicles were stranded at different parts of the highway. The Sri Lankan government has issued guidelines for mosques not to permit any gathering to promote hatred or extremism. The Ministry of Muslim, Religious and Cultural Affairs also said that mosques must record Jummah prayers or other sermons within their premises and submit copies of those to the ministry. More from our Colombo correspondent.
As investigations into the Easter Sunday attack progress and search operations continue across the country, it is becoming evident that some local groups use radical ideas of Islamic State to carry out the attacks. Radicalism and fundamentalism become the recruiting ground for terrorist organizations, and the latest step by Sri Lankan government is to check such activities in Muslim religious places. The government has already banned religious preaching, which incites terrorism, and prevented foreign nationals from imparting religious education. The new guidelines also called upon mosques to provide their full support to security forces in their efforts to eliminate terrorism. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
The United States is sending an air defense missile system and a warship to West Asia amidst tension with Iran. The Pentagon said USS Arlington, which transports amphibious vehicles and aircraft, will join USS Abraham Lincoln strike group in the Gulf. US B-52 bombers have also arrived at a base in Qatar. The headquarters of the U.S. Defense Department said the move was in response to a threat of possible operations against U.S. forces in the region by Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered a tariff hike on almost all remaining imports from China. This comes less than 24 hours after Washington raised tariffs on approximately $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer said in a statement that the U.S. President has ordered commencement of the process of raising tariffs on essentially all remaining imports valued at approximately $300 billion. Mr. Trump had yesterday said that U.S. and Chinese negotiators held 2 days of candid and constructive trade talks and that discussions would continue. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, ruling African National Congress, the ANC, has won the re-election with an absolute majority in Parliament. The interim results were released by the Independent Election Commission last night after 95% of voting districts were officially tallied following Wednesday's polls. And ANC held an unbeatable lead with 57.73% votes. Its closest rival, the Democratic Alliance, is trailing with 20.65% votes. In IPL Cricket, defending champions Chennai Super Kings defeated Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets in the second qualifier at Visakhapatnam last night to book a place in the final. Put into bat, Delhi made 147 for 9. Wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant top scored with 38. In reply, Chennai overhauled the target with 1 over to spare. In the final, which will be played tomorrow, Chennai will play Mumbai Indians at Hyderabad. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Gunmala. A 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court noting that there had been some progress for an out-of-court settlement in the Ayodhya case is prominently covered by the press. The top headline on the Asian Age front page reads, Finish Ayodhya case mediation by August 15th, says Supreme Court. Congress Party overseas head and close aide of Rahul Gandhi, Sam Pitroda's casual remark on the 1984 anti-Sikh riots is another lead in the papers. The Hindustan Times writes, Rahul slams Pitroda remarks on 84 riots, claiming that his words were completely out of line. The Indian Express headline reads, SC/ST quota in promotions, top court okays Karnataka law. In a landmark ruling on Friday, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutional validity of a 2018 Karnataka law granting consequential seniority to government servants promoted on the basis of reservation. And finally, The Hindu informs us that Chandrayaan-2, ISRO's lunar lander mission, is planned to be launched between July 9th to 16th, loaded with 14 Indian study devices or machines. And with that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. All arrangements in place for 6th phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Campaigning gains momentum for the 7th and final phase. Senior leaders of various political parties to address multiple rallies in different states. Supreme Court refuses to regularize nearly 4 lakh contractual teachers in Bihar. Archaeological Survey of India team visits Odisha to assess damage caused by Cyclone Fani to Jagannath Temple and Sun Temple. And in IPL Cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets in second qualifier to face Mumbai Indians in the final tomorrow. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.